this week on the Honey Break Experience.
Good call in there, Jared.
Yeah, that did right.
While you're eating. You blow a little breakfast sandwich in that coffee. This is my second time to hunt at Honey Break. I heard about Honey Break through a friend of mine that is actually in the dog training industry, and he also runs a little quail hunting preserve in Mississippi. And we were talking, we were there hunting at his place one day, and we were kind of talking about hunting ducks and hunting along the Mississippi Delta. And he's like, man, if you really want to go to a really, really awesome spot, he said the accommodations are unbelievable, the duck hunting is unbelievable. He said there's a place called the Honey Break. We brought 4 clients down and I just had an awesome time. There was a big front that had just come through. It was really cold. I remember we were breaking ice to get out on some of the blinds, and we limited out, every day we were here, those 3 days. It was just unbelievable. So before February rolled around, I'd already booked a trip for the following year. So we've got a group here today. We've got some subcontractors here that have done some really good work for us on some of our other projects. And just to kind of show our appreciation, we brought them down along with some of our other project managers that really do a good job, and they hit it hard all year, so it's kind of a little way to reward them. So it's fun times, man. It's a great place.
Over. And 2 lit almost on y'all right there. We eyed the way, we got a skunk out the way. Sit. We had Ben Harris with us for the last 2 days, and his group, we all enjoyed it, and at least we shot birds, and we're seeing a few birds, but nothing like we used to and what he's used to seeing when he comes. when they come in there, you got to be ready for them. All your blinds has got to be top notch. Your decoys has got to be top notch. You got to be hid, covered up, and shut up for sure. Because you got to make it the ones that do come in there count. And when you're not getting as many opportunities as we used to, it's really important. The Honey Break experience is brought to you by Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession. Dirty Bird Waterfowl Clothing by Browning. Gator Tail Outboards, taking you places you never thought possible. This is the Honey Break experience.
When I pulled up, I shook the shell out of my gun. Right? I did just like that.
Here. Thanks.
Last year we hunted with Drew, and he had kind of talked about Jared, told me he was a great guide, and then I just kind of seen him around the camp a little bit. He seemed like a great guy, really knew his stuff, and kind of he told me a little bit about his backstory, about how his grandfather was a guide, and you know he's been doing it all his life. So that's kind of cool to kind of hear, you know, how he's come up through the business, and you can really see his passion for killing ducks. I mean, he gets in the blind and he's just looking all over. He's staying on the call. He's doing everything he can to try to get those ducks in. He's a really fun guy to hang out with too. He's almost sounds like a Southern Baptist preacher sometimes. He gets going and he just kind of gets on a roll. But we had a great time with him. We had a tough time with the weather, you know, this trip, but man, he did all he could to try to get the ducks in. So I really enjoyed hunting with him.
Sit, sit. Get ready. Don't shoot me. Kill him. Zing. You know, I usually have I have 3 or 4 labs that I rotate in and out. As I said, it's been a little slow right here at first. We've been hunting the same young dog Zink, which he's been pretty impressive. He just hasn't been picking up 24 to 30 birds a morning like I'd like. I'd like to be on Warry Mountain. He was tired, not having to rotate Diesel or Ducky or one of them in there, but that's not the case. But he's been doing good, you know, he's lining good, he's making all his casts good. He's doing his job for sure. I just want to get more feathers in his mouth and get the push down here and get the big birds here and get them where we go in every morning and killing 24 or 30, you know, 4 or 5 man limit, so he can pick up some birds and I can get his paws sore and wear him out and make him tired, so I can rotate some more dogs in. Honey Break Gun Dog Tips, brought to you by Loyal Brand Dog Food. If the question is trust, the answer is loyal. All season long, we've been taking questions from the viewers. Now we have a question for you. Are you really ready to be a gun dog owner? You know, Mr. Joe, it takes a lot to be a gun dog owner. It's a responsibility, you know, but you're gonna have a long-time friend with you in the duck blind, one of your best friends. So just explain a little bit to us about what it takes from the bottom, from the front to the end to have a good gun dog.
Well, the first thing, Jarrett, is you want to buy the best dog that you can afford to buy. That's going to be the cheapest part of it. If you do it yourself, you're going to have the equipment to train. You're going to have to give the time to the dog to train it. And you're going to have the know-how. If you don't, you find you a professional trainer. There are some good ones out there. And you give it to him, and you have that monthly expense, but you won't have to buy all those tools and that equipment, and you won't have to spend as much time with them during the training. However, you need to spend a lot of time, as much as you can, with the trainer so that you can learn how he works the dog and how he handles it. You can't go in the blind and never have been with the trainer. It's just like speaking Greek to him. So you want to do that. You want to make sure. Now, another thing is, if you're not going to buy a dog, if you don't think you have the time to invest or the money to invest in that lifelong friend, then you need to go hunting with the fellas at Honey Break. They have good dogs there.
We'll be ready for you. And that's your Honey Break Gun Dog Tip of the Week. Do you have a question about dog training? If so, please submit your question to us at Honey Break via social media. And if we choose your question during the show, we'll send you a Honey Break branded gift pack. All right, y'all loaded up? You can load up.
I grew up hunting. My dad, my grandfathers, they were all big hunters. And I kind of grew up, as soon as I was able to go with my father, he was a big turkey hunter, deer hunter, so we went every weekend. And so it's been that way all my life. I've got 2 brothers, we all enjoy hunting, cousins, all our family, and we go all the time. And I've got 4 little boys now, and I've really enjoyed taking those guys hunting. My oldest son, he's 7, he killed his first deer here a couple weeks ago, and that was a really fun time. But yeah, I mean, through, you know, growing up, I did it all the time. Through college, continued to do it, and then, you know, working for a large corporation, sometimes you think, those guys probably won't enjoy it. But in the industry we're in, I'm in construction, and in the industry we're in, there are a lot of people that really enjoy hunting, and it's a great way for us to take clients out, show them our appreciation for what they do, and just to really enjoy each other and fellowship and have a great time. We can kind of put work aside and kind of learn a little more from a personal standpoint and really build those relationships. It's been really important to us, and we've got a lot of great relationships that we've built through hunting in this industry, so it's been great.
I was gonna let him float a little more, but he got it. He was hanging, and
Kill it.
Zing! They was gonna leave us. If it's sunny, you'd put them right in here. On that gray day. The Honey Break Experience is brought to you by Mojo Outdoors. If it ain't magic, it ain't Mojo. War Eagle Boats, built for hunters who love to fish. Guts, Glory, Ram Trucks. This is the Honey Break Experience.
That was awesome.
Should be an Olympic sport for that. Good call in there, Jared,
Yeah, that man did right.
while you're eating. You blow a little breakfast sandwich in that cob, can't you? You have to clean the reed out now.
just got to clean the reed out a little bit. All right.
Honey Break is unbelievable. I've hunted in a lot of different places, a lot of different lodges, and there's a lot of different kind of styles and techniques about how the people at the lodge try to cater to the clients. But here is kind of the best of both worlds, because you can come here and I mean you are greeted at the door by the staff. They do a fantastic job taking care of your every need. They do a great job planning. Right up front, they start asking questions that I've never really thought about on, you know, a lot of different things about how you want the guides to interact with the party, with the hunting party, if you want them to shoot or not, even down to what type meals, the rooming situations. They really do a good job of planning all that out. And then you're able to leave this really nice lodge with all these great amenities, and you're able to get on the Polaris or the buggy and go out and really enjoy hunting the way that it's done every day. The guides are great, the dogs, the equipment, everything that is used here is really top notch, and it really just makes for a fun time. The habitat here, the way the ducks are here most of the time, with that we've got this warm weather right now, no fronts, but most of the time it is just unbelievable, and I would recommend this to anybody. I mean, you could bring any client, any family member, great place for kids. It's just an unbelievable place. I would recommend it to anyone.
Closed caption, provided by Dirty Bird Waterfowl Clothing by Brown. Coming up next week on the Honey Break Experience.
Well, in this episode, we're going to reflect back on the highlights and lowlights of the season. One of my favorite hunts personally was with the guys from DU and the singer-songwriters. We had Dylan Scott and Phillip come down here, and that's kind of where we get the birth of our Blackwater baptism song for our closing.
Freezing, the first day of the season. Yeah, when it comes to retrieving, old Duke's on his game. A John boat, a couple of mojos. Shoot, they gon' know that we don't play. Swampy feeling, some duck blind healing. Highball calling them old green heads back home. Your head's bowed, it's gonna get real loud when that 12 gauge choir sings out a holy song. Well, somebody say amen. Let's give 'em a Blackwater baptism.